Hello friends, today we are going to talk about a poem, The Trees. It is written by Adrienne Rich. Adrienne Rich was an American poet, essayist, and feminist. In short terms, feminist persons talk about equality of both sexes in all walks of life. So you will check out some traits in this poem of womanhood of feminism as well. Let's discuss me the whole poem stanza by stanza. The first stanza is the trees inside are moving out into the forest that was empty all these days, where no bird could sit, no insect hide, no sun bury its feet in the shadow. The forest that was empty all these nights will be full of trees by morning. The tree is a short symbolic form focusing on the movement of trees that are initially indoors but seeking to escape to freedom in the forest. The trees represent nature but also the nature of being, womanhood in particular. What makes this poem unusual is the speaker's attitude towards the trees. In the first two stanzas, there is a definite attachment as the speaker objectively describes the escape of the trees to their own environment. In the first stanza, you can see that trees are moving out. Since when have trees moved of their own accord? Only in fairy tales, only in the imagination, but here they are breaking out of their interior, be it house, greenhouse, covered veranda. They are shifting away from domestic confines and into the forest. This is a highly significant change. Why so significant? Well, trees normally make up the forest, but until now it's been empty. For many days and nights, this is symbolic of certain types of people being left in the dark for too long, not knowing their true identities and where they belong. Knowing the poet's feminist leanings and earnings, it's safe to suggest that the forest is the forest of womanhood. The new forest will take shape very quickly. Overnight, says the speaker, pointing towards a sort of sea change in identity, a collective identity. All of this action is taking place at night. The change is profound, of roots and all. The whole tree, note the imagery and sense of physical movement in the second stanza, and the extra clue in the 14 gives the reader more clarity. That simile, like newly discharged patients, surely suggesting that the trees were sick or unhappy, in need of medical help and healing, but now they are healing and free to go and live their lives. The third stanza introduces the speaker for real in first person. Here is a woman, the reader must presume, writing long letters and remaining aloof from all this tree action. She doesn't bother to mention the quiet revolution, or rather, she scarcely mentions it, which means she does acknowledge it, but it isn't there surprised by it. She has seen it coming perhaps. She has known for quite some time that the trees would one day break out. As this exodus takes place, she can still smell the remains of the tree, like a voice that turns into whispers in her own head. The whispers are the last messages of her old life, soon to be renewed. In the final stanza, the speaker exhorts the reader to listen. She wants attention. Glass is breaking, a sure sign that this change is serious and permanent. There may be damage done. And then the imagery completely takes over. The poem becomes cinematic as the moon, the symbol of femininity, emotion, and physical change, breaks like a mirror, the fragmented image lighting up the tallest tree and oak, the strongest, most durable of trees.